Magomed Ankalaev has fired back at Alex Pereira after Pereira claimed the champ dodged him at the UFC PI. The Dagestani star didn't hold back, going straight to Twitter with a message. He said, "This clown I'm fighting says I was hiding from him. I'm the one giving him a rematch. He should be grateful. I dominated him for 5 rounds, did whatever I wanted in that fight. Let's keep it about fighting, not trash talk. This guy's been knocked out 3 times, I've never even been dropped. I'll hand him his 4th knockout, and that's the end of it. Don't run your mouth too much. There's only one stop after this, the tire shop." For context, Pereira has only been knocked out once in the UFC, and that was against Israel Adesanya at UFC 2087. Pereira came in too aggressive during their rematch and got caught clean, with Izzy finishing him in brutal fashion. The other 2 knockouts on Pereira's record go back to his kickboxing career, the last one in 2016. Still, this rivalry is heating up fast, and with UFC 320 just weeks away, the rematch is shaping up to be one of the most personal title fights of the year. If Pereira is going to win, it has to be something big. I just don't see him taking Ankalaev over 5 rounds. This matchup doesn't favor him, no matter how many times they fight. If Pereira pulls it off, not only does he become massive out of this fight, but the score would be tied at 1 apiece, making things even more complicated. Their first clash only happened because there were no other options. Pereira was already a star, already headlining main events, already fighting for gold. If he can actually topple Ankalaev this time, it changes everything. But right now, Ankalaev is locked in. He's playing the game on social media, grinding in the gym, and proving why he's one of the best fighters on the planet.
If Pereira is to win, it's got to be in dramatic fashion. I do not believe that they can go 5 rounds and that Pereira's going to get the jump on him. It's a matchup issue. I don't think if these guys fought 5 times or they fought 500 times, this is going to switch. Not only would Pereira be very massive coming out the back end, but now they're 1 apiece, which is a problem. The first fight wasn't asked for. The first time that these guys fought is because we found ourselves in a situation where there was just nowhere else to go. Pereira, who is already a star. Pereira, who has done nothing but title fights and main events. If Pereira was to get over on Ankalaev, it would make it all worth it. Ankalaev is largely doing his part. Ankalaev is doing everything he can to get something going here. He's playing along on social media. He's training his butt off. He's a really awesome fighter.
Meanwhile, Merab Dvalishvili just clapped back at Cory Sandhagen ahead of their massive showdown at UFC 320. Cory warned him that standing and striking would be a mistake, but Merab isn't backing down. In his latest interview, he doubled down, insisting his striking has improved to the point where he's confident trading punches. Everyone knows his bread and butter is wrestling, breaking opponents with non-stop takedowns and pressure. But if he really sticks to his word and keeps it standing, this could turn into a completely different type of fight. That said, we've already seen how risky that gamble can be. Not too long ago, Belal Muhammad ditched his wrestling against a slick striker, and it cost him his title. Merab has to be careful not to fall into that same trap, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
People keep telling me, don't do this, don't listen, I do whatever I want, and I will prove it again. And you know, like I'm really motivated for this fight to, you know, go and strike with Cory Sandhagen. It's an MMA fight, whatever it takes, but I'm really ready for, you know, exchange some big punches, and I think I can crack him, and that's the goal, you know. But it's MMA fight, and we all see where fights will go. Don't be surprised if Cory Sandhagen will shoot on me too. And but I wanna exchange some big punches, and you know, my striking is good. I used to strike more before. When I stopped it, I was more focusing wrestling, but now I'm back.
On the other side of the MMA world, Khamzat Chimaev recently revealed he had a hard sparring session with Ilia Topuria while waiting for his first title defense to be made official. Staying busy in the UAE, Khamzat sat down with his close friend and Russian vlogger Adam Zubairayev to talk about his big win over Robert Whittaker at UFC 308, a card headlined by Max Holloway and Topuria. When the conversation turned to the main event and Ilia's huge victory, Khamzat casually dropped that they had sparred not too long ago. Despite the big size difference, Khamzat admitted he didn't hold back. He's close friends with Georgian fighter Guram Kutateladze, who also trains with Ilia, and the 3 have spent plenty of time together at All Stars Gym. Khamzat explained, he had a solid performance that night, finishing Holloway. That's a huge achievement for Georgia, having champions in 2 divisions. I've trained with him before, and recently when he visited Guram, we sparred again. Sometimes I forget I've got a fight lined up and just go hard like in regular training. He tried to push, so I cracked him with some shots, took him down, and let's not talk about what happened after that. And finally, Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo have weighed in on this weekend's light heavyweight battle between Carlos Ulberg and Dominick Reyes, and they both believe it could be a title eliminator. Ulberg has been on a tear, stacking up wins with serious momentum, and another big finish could lock him into a title shot. On the flip side, Reyes has quietly put together a 3-fight win streak of his own. Beating Ulberg could instantly push him back into contention. Of course, the whole division hinges on what happens at UFC 320 between Ankalaev and Pereira. If Pereira wins, we might see a trilogy. If Ankalaev wins, the door opens wide for fresh contenders, and either Ulberg or Reyes could be next in line. Usman and Cejudo were especially focused on Reyes. After suffering 4 brutal losses in a row and nearly being written off, a win here could seal one of the greatest comebacks in UFC history. Henry pointed out how Ulberg's patient striking style mirrors Israel Adesanya's breaking opponents down before landing clean shots. But Usman reminded fans that this is MMA, where one perfectly timed punch with a 4-ounce glove can end everything. They reflected on Reyes' brutal defeats like the vicious elbow from Jiri Prochaska that almost seemed like the end of his career. But Reyes fought back, put together 3 straight knockout wins, and proved he still belongs at the top. Usman highlighted that Reyes has one of the best backwards fighting games in the division, but the big question is whether he brings the right game plan this time, maybe even leaning on the wrestling background he had before MMA.
Let's talk about Ulberg, man. His style was very, very similar to what Israel Adesanya does. They like to be patient. They break the foundation, and then the hands and everything starts coming. But this is the sport of mixed martial arts, bro, where it only takes 7 pounds of pressure with that beautiful MMA glove to put you the hell out. Remember, dude, with Dominick Reyes has, we thought he was going to get cut. He went 4 in a row, bro, looting in brutal fashion, dude. The way that Jiri Prochaska hit him with that elbow, dude, I thought he was done. I thought, I was like, dude, Jesus, man. It's almost like put a casket there. But he was able to come back to win 3 straight, bro, all by knockouts. If there's one thing that I do say that Dominick Reyes has above everybody, is he knows how to fight backwards. But my question is for him, does he have the right game plan? Could Dominick Reyes bring in some wrestling? Did you know that he was a wrestler prior to coming into actual fighting? The dude has it.
That's all for today's update. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe for your daily fix of MMA news.